Should you listen to your wife? In today's chaotic marriage environment, men and women often find themselves torn between traditional gender roles that they may have witnessed growing up and society's push towards egalitarianism. In such a confusing time, who's the boss in your relationship? Are men still the leaders of the home? Or are you two equal partners? Maybe there is no leader. And if that's the case, perhaps you shouldn't listen to your wife at all because her perspective is no better than yours. Let's dive in and find out if listening to your wife is still a thing in 2024. Hello, my name is David Feldman. Welcome to my channel where we learn how to build great marriages. Today, we will answer, should you listen to your wife? To cut to the chase, as every married man knows, it's not whether you should listen to your wife, it's you better. To understand why, we have to go back to the very first wife, Eve. In the beginning, God created man, and God saw that it was not good for man to be alone. So what did God do? He could have created another man, but he didn't. If so, there just would have been two people eating Doritos and sitting on the couch. Instead, God created woman to help men by motivating and supporting them to live up to their potential. And this has been the woman's role ever since. Not only do they shine on their own, but they also help us men become greater than we can on our own. On a deeper level, Jewish mysticism, Kabbalah, explains that while men represent divine intellect, women represent divine intuition. This means that women have insight and wisdom into the way the world works, which qualitatively is different than yours. As a man, we have limited access to this. It's not because she's better or smarter than you, but rather because she is different from you. She sees and experiences the world in such a different way. Why wouldn't you want access to that insight? Years ago, our family was living in New York. I had a great job and we lived in a wonderful neighborhood. But my wife sensed that something was wrong, that the spiritual and religious influence was harming our children and even me. I didn't see it. She encouraged us to move across the country to Chicago with better schools, homes, and a better spiritual community. We've been happy here ever since for the last 25 years, and I'm so thankful I listened to her. These types of insights have repeated themselves over and over again in our marriage. But just saying that you should listen to your wife isn't enough. As a man, you are responsible for leading and guiding your family. You cannot just abdicate decision making to your wife, nor would she want that either. So, what happens when you disagree on something? What happens when, as the leader of the home, you believe you should go right and she says left? What happens when you disagree? One way to understand this is through the concept called spheres of influence. Men have a masculine sphere of influence, and women tend to have a more feminine sphere of influence. Again, based on our spiritual differences, men tend to focus on the external aspects of life, issues related to providing for the family, our spiritual path, issues of safety, and our general approach to life. Women tend to focus on the internal aspects of shared life, the home, the family, the children, how kids are doing in school, personal growth, interfamily relationships, and emotional well-being. Men see the world from the big picture perspective, whereas women focus on the details and the specifics. Both are important. When we respect each other's expertise and honor and defer to each other's areas of responsibility, we get the best of both worlds, the strength and wisdom of the divine masculine and the insights and emotional connection of the divine feminine. So, should you listen to your wife? If you are smart and a bit lucky, you will marry a woman whose thoughts and feelings you will always want to hear. And this is another way that you too can build a great marriage. Thanks for listening. And if you're interested in connecting with me, please do so on X at David Feldman. Leave a comment below, like and subscribe, and have a great day.